Hi guys, so here's what we were working on yesterday. Um, you were doing your sketches for your story. Um, remember that you needed 5 details in each. Then you chose your favorite, and I told some of you guys to go ahead and color it. Um, then we're going to talk about, before we do our final copy, we're going to work on using space. So let's watch this video with Pablo Pencil, if it loads.
Hey, Pablo here, and I'm excited to teach you about space. You might be thinking about outer space. Whoa, how do I stop this thing? But space is all around us. It's here, and here, and over there. We even take up space. Let me show you. Come on. Space is one of the elements of art. In this painting, the shell is taking up a lot of space. Hey, let's play a game. I'll show you a painting, and you tell me what you see first. Are you ready? Look. So what did you see first? Was it the boats? The object you see first in a picture is called its focal point. Hey, look! I'm the focal point of this picture. I'm in the foreground. Artists call the foreground positive space. And I'm positive I'm taking up positive space. What about these trees? They are in the background. They are taking up negative space. Whoa! So much space! Can you spot the positive and negative space in this painting? The sunflowers are the focal point. They are in the positive space. The blue background is the negative space. Oops! Oh no! Oh, a beach! There's one more thing I want to show you. There's a ship on the horizon. See how the water meets the sky? Let's draw a straight line across that. That's called a horizon line. In art, horizon lines are where the floor or table meets the wall. Look at the horizon line in this painting. It goes behind the objects. Did you have fun exploring space with me? Hey, I sure did. And I can't wait to see how you use space in your artwork. Bye for now.
All right. Let me come back here. All right. So we're going to talk about horizon line first. Horizon line is where the land meets the sky. In the video, he talked about the water meeting the sky. But in this case, the water's down below. So here's where our horizon line would be. And so it follows. If it's kind of a hilly or mountainy type place, it might be bumpy like this. If it's a flat area, it'll be straight across. And then inside, it's where the floor and wall meet right there. Oops, sorry about that little thing. So there's also, he talked about foreground and background, but there's also middle ground. Okay, so the foreground would be stuff that's up front and big. Middle ground, stuff that's a little further away. It's also up higher and smaller. And then background is the furthest away and even smaller. It also gets up higher. Notice the background is not the sky. it has the word ground in it. So we're always referring to the ground, not up above the horizon line. Okay, so let's say we started with a picture. First, we need our horizon line. Then foreground, that's going to be lower on the page and bigger. Now it starts lower, but it might, because it's so big, it might go all the way up to the top. Middle ground, got my coffee. That's going to be higher up. The bottom, the top's going to be smaller because she's small. And yeah, it's in the middle of the page and a little bit smaller. And then background, that's really small. Just kind of waving at you way back there. So that's kind of how you put background, middle ground, and foreground in your picture. So we were talking about space in pictures. Why? Because space makes pictures look real. If you just have everything in a line in the front, it doesn't look too real. You're going to fix your sketch, which means you're starting to draw your final copy. When you fix it, you want to make sure there's a horizon line and foreground, middle ground, and background. So you want to make sure your foreground's near the bottom of the page and biggest, middle ground's in the middle, and background's in the back. Okay? So I'm going to have you guys try that, and tomorrow I will have you guys show me first thing what you got done today. If you get done with lots of time left, you can start to move on to coloring it. I want us to use colored pencils. We'll talk a little bit more about that tomorrow. But if you want to start in an area, you can. So first, of course, draw your final drawing. And then you're going to color. Make sure when you start to color, it's in one direction. I don't want to see scribblies. There is an exception. If it's outside and like it's grass or something, you might want to add some texture. And that's okay if that's different directions, but I would always color behind in one direction. Layer your colors. Sometimes you want more than one color to make it look real. Let's see. I was doing this is for another class. Whoops, upside down. But there's this, I colored it in solid. My path has a bunch of different layers of color on it. And that's just how you can make things look more real. Make sure there's no blank spots. Of course, if you have something that's white, that's going to be blank. But by blank spots, I mean when you color it, don't go so fast that you leave a bunch of gaps in your coloring. Okay? So you don't have to get the coloring done today. You don't even have to start the coloring today. But that's just if you are done. And I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Have a great day.